Hello there guys, and welcome to our 7th building our own website tutorial. In today's tutorial we're going to continue where we left off, and what we're going to simply do is we're going to maybe add an additional field and then basically format this form a little bit. So we're going to space it out a little bit and make the padding a little bit greater, just to make it look a little bit nicer. Okay, well, we're going to try to keep this tutorial very short, very few minutes, and then so let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so in our HTML here, let me go ahead and insert another input. So I'm gonna call this maybe major, and then the reason is because we went to school and maybe we want to show, wanna display our what major we took or the major we studied. So I'm gonna give it a name, and this is just a tag here, not a tag. This is just an ID for that particular this particular input. And I'm going to call it major, and then type to text, and then I'm going to close that there. And make sure you have a break here after school, just because I want this major to be in a new line, or you can put them next to each other. But first of all, let's see what it looks like. So you see here school, and so we can put the major next to the school if you guys like. Let's first see what it will look like being under it and then next to it. Okay, now let's go into our CSS here. First of all, I'm going to begin maybe by making the font size a little bigger, so I'm going to make it 520, and I'm going to go ahead and put a margin here. But before we put the margin, I'm going to save this, and I'm going to show, just refresh the page just to make sure that the width that we just increased it actually was applied to the page. So we see here by 20 pixels. Alright, next I'm going to type margin, and I want to apply the spacing right, left, up and down by 5 pixels. Now we'll see what this looks like by going back and refreshing. So here we see what it will look like. Now I want the same thing. So I want this, as you can see here, the text is, I'm going to make this text be the padding. So basically the padding from the text to the text field, I want to be 5 pixels all around as well. So I want from the top, from the bottom, left and right to be 5 pixels, and that will increase the text box height and width automatically. So let's go in here, and I'm going to type padding, and I'm going to say 5 pixels. And hit cancel here, and then what I'm going to do here is refresh the page, and you see the change being applied. Now let's simply try putting the major next to the school and see what it looks like. Again guys, this is just a tutorial, so you guys can add additional fields and so on to make your form look better. So let me go into a CSS and remove this break here and see what it will look like if it was next to that. You can either make it look at this way, but I'm going to keep it like I had it before, just because I think it looks a little better. Let me go back and refresh it, and I do see that change being made. Again guys, you can add a lot of you can add a lot of fields here. You can format them exactly like the way you want. You can resize this form, maybe make it fit the whole screen, well, not the whole screen, sorry, up to the nav size here, width, and make it look nicer. In our next tutorial, so we're going to keep this tutorial short as I mentioned, so we just formatted the fields. In our next tutorial, we're going to populate these fields here, and what we're also going to make them uneditable, because we don't want people coming into our site and deleting our name and our information. We want that to be uneditable, and we're gonna discuss how to do that in our next tutorial. Again, thank you for watching this tutorial guys. I hope you liked it. If you haven't watched my other tutorials, please watch those, and it really means a lot. So leave comments with any concerns or suggestions you guys have. And again, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already guys, please do that as well. It truly means a lot. Thank you for watching, and until next tutorial, again, subscribe. Thank you very much, and I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.